Guys, welcome back to Gulfside Bait Works. Today we're doing another mold demo, and today it's from BXR Molds, and this is the 3.75 trick, I believe they call it. This is a great little mold. I pour this mold a lot, and for a couple of reasons. So we'll talk about it more as we go. I believe, yeah, there's my plastisol. Let me check and see if it's ready. We're going to be pouring the remelt from last week's video. I want it a little hotter, which was our video on the culprit swamp juice color. So that's what we're going to be pouring. So we will be pouring a laminate in this. A little hot. But yeah, let me put this back in and we'll talk some more about the mold itself. You know, this is a smaller mold manufacturer, and I actually just found out when I was looking at them that they're from Sarasota, so they are not far from me, probably like 50 miles or so. I'm on the north side of Clearwater. But yeah, so few cool things about this mold. It's a small mold, it doesn't take a lot of plastic, and one of my favorite things to use this for is I have these laying around. I've got a couple of these actually, and when I'm pouring another color and you only got a little bit of plastisol left in the bottom, you can throw it in this bad boy, pour a couple of these. I grabbed some that were just laying around here. I got one that is this one looks to be a plum color, purple zonker one. This one was from a video we did, one of my first videos, and that was just some leftovers. We got, this one is, oh, this one's got some 8-Bit Baits Glurple in it, and it's Lurecraft Cherry Red, which don't want to set that one against the others, that probably bleeds. Here's, I had white, pearl, and some black, and threw them together and got a nice shiny one. And this one's cool here. This is some leftovers from the Vice City Hollow Shift. So yeah, I mean, if you just got like a little bit left over in the bottom, you can pour it in these, and these are great. I've caught bass on these. I actually originally bought these because I wanted to fish them for redfish. I see that people use a bait of similar size. I think they call it a Midwest finesse bait. I think that's also a style, but I've seen them use a bait like this, and they just do it on a jig head, and they fish for redfish with them. So that's why I originally bought these. But I found they've just been really useful because they're, you know, if you just got a little bit of plastisol left, throw it in there. And they're not an expensive mold. I double checked right now. He sells on eBay. I think he has an Etsy store as well. But on his eBay store, these are $23.99 shipped. So it's a very inexpensive mold, and it's a nice thing to have around, so you can just kind of grab it and make something real quick, or you know, grab it and use your leftovers. Or if you just want to make a bunch, I've poured piles of these things before. So yeah, that you know, some of the pros of this of having like a little open pour mold. Let's see how hot this stuff is. Yeah, and I know that, what was it? Sweet Boy Outdoors also did a review on this mold, and I believe he said, and he actually did put it on a hot plate, and it survived the hot plate no problem. I don't want to do that. I have my own kind of style of pouring laminates. You know, I just don't let it cool and pour them one after the other, and as you can see by this one, it works just fine. But that works more in silicone than in aluminum. Aluminum molds, if you try to pour one after the other, it cools too fast. Yeah, so here we go. Let's pour this bad boy. You know, and when you are pouring a laminate, I'll usually just pour one right after the other. So we'll be doing some swapping here. We'll pour it about halfway. And you know what I just realized? The pink is the top. So this first one's going to be backwards. I also recently saw, so now we'll do it the right way since we did one backwards. I also recently saw he started doing this mold in a 5-inch. So I'm gonna have to get that because I would like to have this mold in 5-inch because I use it all the time. It's a great mold. So yeah, definitely worth checking it out. Pour a few here. Whoop. All right. A couple of these I poured too much of the green, so I didn't get the purple all the way across. Try to go a little less on this one. Not purple, pink. Yeah, and just to tell you what's in the colors, if you didn't watch last week's video, you should definitely check it out. But the bottom is, or the pink is Chewy from Dead On with Lure Works blue highlight, and the top is Lure Works Watermelon 101 with some red flake from their Cardinal red color in both .040 and .04 and .015. If you want the full recipe, definitely check it out. This color was a color match to a culprit color. There we go. All right, so we'll let these sit for a little bit. It's a silicone mold, so it does take some time to cool. But yeah, we'll let these sit for a little bit, and we're done. We'll pull them out and check them out. So we'll be back. All right, welcome back. We are cooled off and ready to pull these out. So here we go. Here's one thing you'll see. You'll see where there's a couple of spots where I, spilled a little bit. I found, even though it's silicone and not metal, you can just pick right against that edge and it cleans up easy, unless you really overpour it. But yeah, so there we go. That's our one we did upside down. We'll pull it out first. Yeah, so there we go. All right, next one. Yeah, and you see I got some blending because I'm pouring them while they're both hot and not let them cool between. If you wanted less of that, you could pour one side, let it cool, then pour the other. And you could either use a heat gun between, or like I said, Sweet Boys Outdoors did it with a hot plate and it worked fine with this mold. So you could do it that way as well. So yeah, there we go. There's that one. Here's our next one. But yeah, I like the blending that's kind of wild and uneven. And you can also actually, if you want to, with this mold, it takes a capsule really well too. So then you just fill it up with a color, dump it out, and then pour your next one. Here we go. Yeah. So there we go. Awesome little mold. Most definitely worth your time. If you're a bait maker, just to have something to use your extras with, or if you want to make them specifically. I mean, lots of people fish Ned and finesse style, and this is absolutely a bait for that. So yeah, there we go. Well, if you have any thoughts about it, definitely comment and let me know. If you have or if you liked it, definitely like the video. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys around next time, and thanks for coming by Gulfside Baitworks.